Round one's always tough, doesn't matter who you play against. It always has like a semi-final feel to it, always very intense. So up against my former club that I was here for 9 years, Spirit FC. Yeah, I thought I'd feel a bit more weird coming back here, but I actually don't. Yeah, just really looking forward to kick off and getting the game underway. But today's the first test, the first real test.
Hey, punch in the face is a red card.
That's a red card, 100% that's a red card.
How's it a yellow card then?
Oh my God! It's the second time, first half punch in the face, second time stamped on him.
This is getting beyond the joke.
It's a joke, man. 2 off the ball incidents. Hey!
All right, boys, get the ball back out of the way, please.
Start again. Control the game. Be patient. Pick the moment. You're going too early. The more players we get behind the ball, the harder we are to beat. If it's not a pressing moment, then we're trying to get behind the ball. Does that make sense? Okay. Good session, boys. Well done. Get in your pairs.
Torture.
Hi, my name is Jordan Perez and I'm the new left wing back of Sutherland Sharks. Earliest memories, probably Bengal Brumbies, park football, and then going through the youth system at Sutherland. Feels very nice and like just good home feeling again. So this is my family business. I'm here probably 90% of the time when I'm not at Sutherland training. This is the day-to-day job. So we are currently inside PMA Mixed Martial Arts, which is my dad's business. I'm a partner of that. But we're currently standing inside my own little PT business, which is PMA Health Hub. Now we're standing in the first gym in Australia to produce a UFC champion.
26 years later. That's how long it took. Long history.
Not bad.
No, absolutely.
From a little place.
It's a long journey. It was filled with a lot of history. You going off overseas, me staying back, working hard.
You know, leaving home at 14, you kind of have to grow up pretty quickly. I mean, you're living on your own. Obviously, you're living with other boys that are trying to do what you do, and yeah, you have carers and blah, 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 but really you're living on your own.
Okay, so Jordan's journey. So it was funny, actually. Jordan was with the Sharks. He sort of had a clash. He had a coach that actually didn't treat him real good. And he was going to give up football. And he had a mentor called Brian Baker, and he rang and said, look, bring him over to Ireland, and because Jordan can't quit football, like he just can't do it. We can't let him do it. So we took him to Ireland, and he did 2 weeks there full time with Brian, and someone saw him there, and we got an offer for him to go to Spain and trial in this academy, and we took it. And the joys of when you teach a kid not to quit something and then it backfires on you because you really don't want him to move overseas, but you've told him to chase his dream, so you can't really stop him now. So we started the journey. The worst day of my life was leaving him behind that first time. That hurt. And you sort of try to keep it together so he stays together. Well, I actually felt like I failed as a parent. You know, how do you leave your son behind at 13 years old? But it worked out. So a few years later, I moved over to be with him because things got a little bit hard for him. You know, football for kids his age is the easy part, but the home part, the school part, the bullying part, the culture part, the language, that's the hard part. So we knew as a husband and wife we needed to come together and go to Jordan so we didn't lose him in the process.
A lot of people don't understand how difficult the journey is, right?
Being overseas for 8 years since I was a little kid, and you allowing me to do that, it kind of brought out a different side of me. I was a 13, 14-year-old kid, had to grow up into an 18-year-old boy straight away, 18-year-old man. I would be in a negative headspace, I would be depressed, I would miss you guys, I would get injured overseas, and my whole purpose of being overseas I felt like was for nothing. But then I got back up, ended up representing Australia, signing professional contracts, and yeah, maybe I'm not there now, but I was there. The goal is to get back there, but I think I'm in the right place to do so, 100%.
For me, I sit on the sideline, I see that, and I see everything that you've gone through to the way you're performing. For me, it's amazing. It's just simple, it's amazing.
So the day Jordan called me to say that he got a phone call to go back to the Sharks, it was like, home.
Yeah, the game's unique today. You know, playing against the team I was at last year with a couple of the boys and Perko as well, but you know, makes it more enjoyable. And to be back at round one, we're just buzzing to get started and start off with 3 points, definitely.
Have a look around. This team wasn't just thrown together. It was hand-picked. Hand-picked to give us the best chance of success. Now, there's a lot of talk out there. Moneybags, FC, bunch of egos. Today, we speak with our actions. We respond with our actions. Fight for each other and go let's make it real. Come on!
The flavours that we smoke, I said fuck that, you get free smoke. If I say this, they might revolt, but I'm the king of grind by default.
Come on!
Big ego,
that's another
man
time.
Can't diss my ego. Old school bad boy like Figo. Anywhere the gang go, then we go. Yo, big flips, hop out the jet first. Man, I run into the money to my leg first. Niggas don't rap, just network. Name a young MC with my net worth. I Google lied, they said that I'm 1.5, but I made that last night. And money don't make me cry, but they got mad when I said them in a million grand. These fake keepers are pricks, and you old guys make me sick. They just take the P, take the mic. So in other words,
that's very high in the air, but stop it there. Punched away by Nizic and headed home by Petratos. A Premier's lead on the opening day.
Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year. Ball like LeBron this year.
Listen up.
Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man, I got...
First half is over. The only way we're going to get back into the game is if we get back to basics. You can't play the football that you are being taught to play unless we compete for first, second balls. We're just watching what players are doing instead of getting close to them to compete. Giving them an option. If they lose the ball, they've got 5, 6 players around it. We've got 1, 2 max. We've got to get around it. We've got to get together. We've got to play together as a team. You've got to be willing to fight for each other. At the moment, there's no football being played from both sides. The only difference between us and them, they want it more. That's the only difference. They want it more. They're competing. They're winning every first and second ball. And we're being shy. We're not even talking out there, right? The good thing is we've got 45 minutes to fix it, to get back into the game. It's 1 goal and it's a goal to concede. So the second half, we have to make sure that we fight together. Get close to each other. Talk to the player next to you. More verbals, support each other. You intimidate teams by your communication. You send a message to the opposition that we're united and we're organised. When we're silent, it seems like we're scared. That's the nuts and bolts of basics football. You have to earn the right to play. But it all doesn't matter if we don't come together right at this moment now, right? We have to come together right at this moment now and show why we're here. Is that understood? Yeah. All right? We've got a 360 on our energy, yeah? Don't conserve yourself. Bust your ass as long as you can go. We've got five subs. But give me all that you can. Come on.
If I'm in the race, I won't lose. When you hit the stage, you get booed. If I punch your face, I get sued. You ain't bad, you're just rude.
Let's handball! Let's deliver handball! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Why them boys don't support me?
Fucking punch the ball!
I don't know, they just hate me.
He's taking yellow!
Overall,
he punched the ball over his head!
Gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year.
Yes, Harmon here.
Big like John this year.
It's the second time.
Ball like
First
LeBron
half
this
punch in the
year.
face, second time stamped on
Spoon's
him.
got a platinum
Any
plaque, but you
chance?
man, I got bronze this year. On this year.
Absolute joke.
Gone this year.
Absolute shambles, man.
Man, I eat rice.
Running into the firm figure of Nick Olsen. Nice. And the final whistle goes.
I need to give you something to do tomorrow, mate. I need to give you something to do tomorrow.
Speaking about it.
It's a fucking wake
The
up
other
call.
guys are like, enjoy the
Hey,
season.
look
You're
at it.
fucking
That's it. Every team's
episode
gonna fucking cover us like that. Now we fucking work hard and we fucking don't let this
Push and
happen
shove.
again.
Nothing,
Yeah?
nothing.
Let's just make sure we leave peacefully, yeah? That's all I ask. We'll address everything on Tuesday. No point talking when we're emotional.
Guys have only really got a couple of weeks left to get this done before the first home game. The mad scramble begins in the next 2 weeks.
Will it be done in time?
How do you tell your wife, who's thousands of kilometres away, with a 1-year-old child, there's a possibility that this cancer could either be not too bad or it could be death at the end of the day?